Hello fellow drone enthusiasts. This video is to answer the age-old question of will a Syma X8SW lift a GoPro? And short answer, spoiler alert, is yes it will, and I found that out as a result of my failed Eachine E520S experiment, which couldn't lift a GoPro. And I thought, well, I want to try this experiment again with something that might have a chance. So I pulled this out, which is the Syma X8SW, and printed up a 3D GoPro mount that screwed on to the existing camera mount, which the existing camera looks like this, which has a little plug that plugs into the drone and a really tiny lens. And this takes basically unusable video. You can kind of see the video in it, but it comes out really blurry and shaky. There's no gimbal, and the drone does not have GPS, so it's flopping around in the wind. It does have altitude hold, so that's good. And then I went to try this, and the battery, this is the old one, which you can see it's got a bit of a bulge going on to it. It wouldn't hold any charge at all. So I ordered a couple of 2S batteries that have that white plug on it, and then the other plug was different. So I took the battery out of the pack, cut the plug off, soldered it on, and boom, 2 new batteries. So those actually work better than the originals. So I don't know what's up with that, but those are pretty nice. So to give it the best chance of flying with the GoPro mounted, I took off the prop guards and anything else extra, which wasn't a lot. I want to leave the legs on to kind of protect the GoPro when it lands. So just on a whim, I wasn't actually expecting it to lift. I took it out in the front yard and it took right off. And then the wind took it and blew it down into the woods behind my house. So that was kind of a fail, and I didn't even turn the camera on for that because I didn't think it was actually going to fly. So this should be a lot more interesting. I'm going to take it outside at a safer location, which doesn't have so much stuff around it, and kind of down in a bowl at the Lady of the Snow Shrine, where there's an amphitheater, and it's all surrounded by trees and things that if a drone hits, it can't really do any damage because it's all stone. So hopefully my GoPro survives that. Actually, I hope I just keep control of the drone. It shouldn't be too windy today. I might have to put off the actual flight if it is, because this thing doesn't handle wind very well at all. And with no GPS on it, once it starts drifting and getting into the wind, it's hard to bring it back. So especially it felt a little overloaded with the GoPro on it, but I'll talk more about that after the flight video. So with that being said, I'm going to go take this thing out, power it up, and hit the skies. Okay, so that happened. I'm back from flying and it actually went okay. You can see from the video that it takes off, it flies around, and you can land it. And as long as you don't lose signal and have it mysteriously fly out of control and crash, it works pretty much like you would expect. The GoPro looks like a GoPro footage with the fisheye lens, and it is wide enough to pick up the legs and the props in most of the shot. I could have angled the camera down quite a bit more, which might have got out of the legs, but then you'd be looking pretty much at the ground the whole time. So not sure anybody would really want to utilize it this way, but if you happen to have one of these drones and you happen to have a GoPro, you could get some okay-ish footage with it, I guess. I wouldn't recommend trying to fly very high or very far with it because the range seems to be pretty limited on how you can control it. I was monitoring the view with the GoPro through the GoPro Click app and preview, so I could kind of see what the drone was doing in the sky. It's way laggier than the view that you have using something like a DJI Mini 2. So to wrap this up, all in all, it was a pretty good test. Felt like it flew okay. It does handle extraordinarily heavy compared to how that particular drone normally flies, which is pretty decent considering it was maybe $45 or something. So that was a pretty good test. It does lift it. You can get some fairly clear footage with it if you're okay with, you know, the fisheye effect of a GoPro and the legs and props in the frame, but still some decent aerial footage. Wouldn't recommend going too high or too far again, but it works and kind of fun to test it out. So see you in the sky next time.